I love when I'm right, so stay tuned so you can hear about me being right. Get over there, Tony.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AfterBuzz TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Hello and welcome to AfterBuzz TV's weekly recap of NBC's hit daytime drama, Hit Days of Our Lives.
That was so dramatic. I loved it.
So dramatic. I am your host, Mark J. Freeman, joined today by the snorting Tony Moore.
Well, hello, everybody. I love that when you do the opening, you sound like this amazing announcer. And when I do it, I always sound like the PBS lady. Hello.
Hello.
Welcome to Sunday morning church.
So you guys make sure you are following us on all social media.
All the social media.
Underscore Dishin Days on Twitter, Dishin Days on Instagram,
And the
Facebook.
Facebook. Yeah.
Make sure you review us on iTunes.
Give us 5 stars. 5 stars.
10 if it's possible. I don't know if 10 is possible.
No, it's not possible.
Dig
But
it
if you
if
do
you
2
did it.
reviews, that
2
will equal
reviews
10.
equals 10.
I love how you were about to... Girl.
I don't know which camera's
this is
on.
this is
to both in case.
This is what happens
And then
when
yours.
we've been away from each other for it's only been a week.
I know.
I know you miss me.
Hold on, my neighbor.
Mark shedded a tear when I walked in. He was like, "Oh my God, thank God you're here." And I was like, "I would never leave you. I can't quit you."
Actually, what did I say? You were gone? He's
Rude!
like, did you miss me? I said, oh, were you gone? Anyway,
Anywho,
so we didn't do a show last week.
No.
I mean, I did one in my living room. Sorry about it. No, I didn't because I was in Sydney, Australia.
you're in Australia
was
holding
in
the
Australia.
koalas. They're not koala bears. I learned that when I was in
Koalas.
Australia. They were just koalas.
Koalas.
So was it like looking in a mirror?
It was. They were darling. And one actually woke up, which is very rare.
Oh, really?
Because they're only awake for like 4 hours of the day.
Yeah.
And they usually are awake at night. And one of them, Erica, woke up and she had a Joey. And she was jumping all over. I actually put a little video on my Instagram if you guys want to see it of Erica the bomb. Yeah, we were at the Wildlife Preserve. Are we talking about that or are we talking about days?
I mean, we can talk a little bit about that.
I don't want to,
days.
get off track here. We're down to an hour now.
I know. Oh, I got you.
Gotta take care of business.
Gotta take care of all the
follow me
BS
on
now.
Instagram if you want to know about Sydney girls.
Yes.
So what'd you think of this week?
I love this week. I love this week and I love the week before because I watched them all together.
I watched, Friday. Did you watch all of Friday?
Was that?
Because we only got a half an episode.
I did not go back.
Because
there
45.
Yes. I did not go back.
I didn't either.
Oh, no, it was Monday.
Because it was funny because
Monday.
something happened later. Oh, it was JJ and Lonnie were like, all of a sudden they knew what was going on. I was like, wait a minute, when did... And I went, oh, Friday, that's right, I missed
Oh, yeah, I was
missed
the
that.
same way with you.
Yeah.
I was like,
wait, how did that happen?
something.
Because in my notes for Friday, at the beginning of the day, I wrote, JJ and Lonnie are starting to figure it out.
Yeah.
So they obviously figured it out
Figured
somehow.
it out by later.
Anyway, so no, I agree. I think it was a great week, and yeah. So let's get to it.
Can I just show you how my feed just froze? Look at you.
That's so me. That's so me.
I wish I could snap that.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Take it.
I don't. Oh.
You don't know how?
No.
Here.
Okay, you do it.
Hold on. I'll be right back. Tony, talk.
Do it. Okay, so so I thought this week was great, but I also kind of want to give a shout out to last week because Brian DiTillo
It's on your desktop.
Thank you. Brian DiTillo in the Brady pub when he was talking to Eric.
Yeah.
And Eric was like, I'm not gonna let you go out like that, drive or whatever. He was like, who do you think I am? You?
Yeah. Yeah.
I rewound that like twice and I was like, oh my God, this is hilarious.
Well, I have to say, I think the most exciting thing for me was when I was writing up the outline for today that I could put for the number one top storyline, Lucas.
Right.
Like that
Right.
It literally made me smile.
And he's getting some good stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of people in the chat room are asking about Matthew. Matthew is still in Boston. I actually saw him last week when I went to Boston. So he's back home spending time with family. And so he should be back at some point. So there you go. Yes. All right. So.
All right. It is now time to start
Dishing
Days.
Oh, do I get to do it?
You get to do it. Don't mess it up. Oh, I almost said the bad word, Steven.
Thanks, Steven, for
Steven,
that
just
sound
add
effect.
the explicit to this because I'm anticipating dropping an F-bomb at some point. No, I'm kidding. I'm not going to do that.
Thank you, Tony Ann, who said, Mark, Tony, you may want to go back and watch whenever you miss stuff because with this new writing, a lot happens in an episode. Laugh out loud. No, you're right.
It's true.
We just discovered that when we realized we were confused.
Confused.
All right.
So, top storyline. I think the biggest news of the week, which I'm still like, is it really true? Angelica's dead.
I mean, yeah, girl. She was laying there.
I was like, oh. And then, like, I wait, because it happened at the end of the episode.
Yeah,
and then the next, I was like, okay, is she really going to be dead? And then I'm like, oh, no, she's really dead.
She's gone.
So they just nipped that in the...
they did. But, for some reason, I was just like, kudos to Days for that because I never would have thought that way of getting rid of her.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it happens.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
She got very frustrated with Bonnie and Hattie, and she just had it, and she just collapsed. And then it all, I loved how it all came together with her passing, Lucas being completely drunk.
Yeah.
And not, when he was having sex with Adrian.
Bonnie.
Last week, he was like, there's something different about you.
Yeah.
And but he was so out of it that now he's just kind of like, whoa, how did this happen? And, and all this. And I'm like, okay, I'm with you. Sometimes you look at the writing, you're like, there's another solution for that. But this time I'm like, okay, I'm going with it. This is good. I like it.
No,
I like it.
I'm 100% for it.
Yeah.
I love and I truly 100% hope that Lucas and Chloe are going to get together.
I love that she's always there for him.
I love it. I love that she's
Yeah.
I love that she's back. I love that she's involved. I love that she's running into Eric and then she went to the, you know what I mean? It's like I'll save it for later. There's something I was going to say, but I'll save it for later.
And I love that moment when she walked into the courtroom with Nicole and was like, "Oh, hey," it's like, "Oh, hey, girl."
Yeah, exactly.
Those are great moments.
So
Chloe was there to really clean up the mess for Lucas and kind of help him out of a sticky situation. Which, I mean, I didn't know if he needed to be helped, but I was just glad that she was just kind of there to help him.
Yeah.
So,
sorry, I'm just jotting some notes down for later. Yeah, so I don't forget because
No,
I know
fine.
you know me.
Yeah, I know you.
Yeah, I was so, and it was so funny because I didn't, and it was so funny too because it didn't even, I love that there's moments like this with Angelica, it didn't dawn on me that they were just going to put her in the bed with Lucas and leave. And then when it happened, I was like, oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
So I like those moments. I do think that Ron is doing some smart stuff.
Yes.
And I do enjoy the mix. I enjoy that there's the smart stuff, and I do enjoy the Hattie and Bonnie and the over-the-top silliness.
Yes.
Because I think that's what makes Days Days.
Yes.
And that's what people fell in love with.
Yes.
So.
I agree.
Should we move to the next?
Sure.
All right.
I mean, that's pretty much what happened.
Yeah, that's it.
Ooh,
and then
I'm loving this.
Next big thing is that it's kind of out there now that rains. So, as I said in the intro, who called this? For the record, who said it weeks ago? Tony Moore, I would like you to state it out loud. Who called it?
I do believe if we review previous tapes of the DISHIN Days after show here on AfterBuzz TV, as my memory serves me correctly, I do believe that when discussing this storyline, that Matthew Evan Payne predicted that Reigns
He wasn't even here.
she
hasn't been here since Rope got together.
Yes, Mark, you were right. You called it.
Right. I called it weeks ago that
You
it was
did.
Reigns. Before anything, I called it. I called it.
Yes.
So I was doing the I told you so dance at home. So yeah, so Reigns is the bad guy, and then it came out that Rafe and Hope and Eli were all in on Abe sacrificing himself to try to out Reigns.
And Abe was the one that thought of it.
Yes, it was Abe's idea.
And this is what I love. I love that they didn't just say it; they took us back.
Yes.
And like showed us the conversation, and showed us what happened.
Exactly.
I do like that. I like that because when they just say it, you feel like you missed it. But when they go back and just show that flashback, it's like, oh, thank you for that, because now I feel like I was a part of it. So it was great. I loved it. Yeah, I love that. And and the way that they explained it, again, I believed it. I'm like, they came up with this whole plan of like it couldn't be someone in the department. It had to be someone that they wouldn't believe. Right. And Abe kind of threw himself out there. And I was like, okay, good for you guys.
And Valerie and Theo still don't know that it's a thing. And he does feel bad that he's misleading them and they think of him and stuff like that.
And Lonnie and JJ just
and they figured it out, which we missed on Friday, but I'm sure it was fantastic.
Right.
Yeah. So that's. And Myron is now working in cahoot. Hope ended up convincing Myron to work with the PD to get Reigns. Mm-hmm. And then the new little twist at the end of this week was that Dario felt bad, called Rafe. Told him, I just delivered a package to myself at TBD. Go get it. It's your proof for Reigns.
Oh, and this is when
Gabby
had it.
Listens to it.
And then Reigns is like, I really wish you hadn't heard that.
Yeah.
But there was something that I was like, I'm suddenly not worried for Gabby, because I picture her suddenly turning around to Reigns and being like, bitch, I've been to jail. I kill and hide people. You don't scare me. I sense Gabby becoming Shagabby.
Yeah.
And being like, come with it, Reigns. Come with it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Shagabby.
So it's interesting. Even though Rope is involved, I think it's not affecting the storyline too much for me.
Can we all tweet Camila Banas and put hashtag Shagabby?
Shagabby.
Be like, get Shagabby on him.
Shagabby.
That made me laugh. But yeah, I love this storyline.
Mm-hmm. I do too.
I was just kind of like, ooh.
I do too.
Like this week again, it was just. I realize now how I was paying attention to days so that I could know like what's going on. Mm-hmm. And y'all know me, just a fan with open arms. But like now I'm just kind of like, ooh, like, oh, like sometimes I find myself not taking as many pizza roll breaks as before because I'm in it. You heard nothing I said.
I heard you're in it.
I always know because you give me that blank stare and I'm like, heard nothing I said.
Well,
nothing.
I don't have to. It's a podcast. It's for the people listening. It's not for me.
Had I said Billy Flynn,
I would have heard that.
You did.
I would have heard that.
There it is.
I would have.
You would have turned
up.
Yeah.
I would have perked up.
Yeah.
So Reigns, Abe. Let's see what happens next week.
Now I'm interested to see like what's going to happen between him and Gabby.
I know.
And who's going to get there in time because everyone's on their way to TBD.
Yeah.
Like it's about to be a showdown. But I love that they didn't drag this out. I love that they didn't drag this out, and I also love that they didn't drag out the whole Angelica thing.
Yep.
Like, good.
Yep.
Good.
And then I was torn with the next big storyline because I kind of think the first tidbit might be the third big, but I don't know, whatever. They were kind of on the fence. Yeah. So I just made it Chad. Because, it's about Billy. There's a double wedding.
We saw that coming. I will say this. So a lot of people, and when I was on Liaison Radio, shout out to everyone at Liaison Radio. I believe it was now 2 weeks ago. I did the interview and I was asked why I was for Chabby with an I instead of Chabby with a Y. And I kind of explained it. This week, when I saw Chad and Abigail, I think now because
they earned it.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
But I feel like I got the transition when Marcy first came on as Abigail, that everything wasn't gonna go right back to how it was.
Right.
We as fans had to settle into her as the character. She had to settle into the character.
I was there 100% from the beginning.
We know, but also her as the character had just came off of this very this horrible experience with Ben and going cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs and being in the rehab center and all this kind of stuff. But now their playfulness and their silliness and the way that they get along, I'm like, oh, y'all are so cute.
I know, right?
Y'all are so cute.
I know. We saw a little Chas this week too, if you missed that.
I did miss it.
Yeah. Oh, it's on Twitter. You can check it out. Check it out. Yeah. So for those of you that are just listening to us and not watching Days of Our Lives, the double wedding will consist of Chad and Abby and Sonny and Paul. They all it was basically what happened was the St. Luke's was only available for one day. Abby's like, I'll get back to you, and while she was getting back to them, Sonny swooped in and
like, oh, we already picked
the
date. Yeah.
So they agreed then to do a double wedding at St. Luke's.
Okay, so how do you feel about Sonny and Paul?
What do you mean?
Just how do you feel about Sonny and Paul?
I mean, I love Sonny and Paul. But I also love Sonny and Will. I like Sonny and Will better, but not to put down Paul. But it's daytime, so I think everybody knows where it's going to end up eventually.
I'm scared to say what I'm going to say.
Go ahead.
I do like Sonny and Paul. I think there's a part of me that just wishes they were more gay.
Well, but we've talked about that too.
You know what I mean? Like I think maybe I pay attention to their interactions a little bit more because I want it to.
You want to see it.
I want that moment. And
I felt like there were a couple of those this week when they were in bed and stuff like that.
I wanted those shirts to be off though. I mean, not because I wanted to see Freddie and Christopher Sean. I'm just like, girl,
we're never gonna get them back on the show if you keep drooling over everybody.
I'm not.
Jiminy Christmas. First Kyler, then Lamone, now Freddie and Paul. Or Christopher. Sorry, I said everybody's real name except for
cheese and crackers.
Cheese and crackers. So so double wedding action.
I like it.
And
I like
you know
it.
what double wedding means? Drama.
Drama.
So let's see where that goes.
Yep.
So those were the three main kickers this week.
Yes.
And the other kind of, which I felt like was kind of another big storyline, although it kind of happened lickety split, is Nicole gets Holly back. I mean, officially she's not have her in her arms.
Yes.
But at the end of Friday, we find out that the judge is giving her Holly because Brady stepped in and got a little shady.
When I tell you, if I were Nicole and I was like peeping behind a door and saw Brady go, you're going to give her back Holly because I know that I would have said, you coming home with me right now. That's a man that's taking care of business.
I have to say, I was happy to see a little more devious Brady because, he's always the good guy. He's always the, playing it safe kind of character. So it was nice to see a little edge to him. It was nice to see him kind of throwing the Kyriakis name around.
Yeah. I like that. And I like that he was just kind of like, whatever you're about to do is not going to happen. You're just going to give her child back. Yeah. Because.
Yeah. So, and I'm curious though, because I do, again, still feel like Eric and Nicole are going to end up together. And I still think the baby will be Eric's. I'm going to hold firm with that because I do think that's going to happen. I
don't know why this just made me laugh, but Taylor Jones in the chat just put, I just hope Chandler is Will. I totally get what she's. It's just,
who else would he be?
Well, it tickled me so much that because Taylor Jones that tickled me.
That's funny.
Because I think we're all wondering, like, we're all anticipating this return, and we don't want to go. What?
It's a dream sequence.
Scott Clifton.
Yeah. Exactly.
That video still cracks me up. Okay.
But that was it. That was kind of, and Eric kind of testified for Nicole and said how much she did for the Horton Center and blah, 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 and all the stuff.
And I think it was last week, but him in his letters was writing a letter kind of confessing his feelings for, and now, it's so funny because at first I was like, well, why is Brady all like worried about Nicole and Eric? Nicole don't even like Eric, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Now that she's forgiven him, she is just like...
Well, this week she did say, they were on the bench, and she said, and they both were like, you know, I'm so glad we're friends again. I'm so glad we have this friendship again. So, I mean, that's foreshadowing, if anything else, you know. So, yeah. And then... John and Marlena.
I actually don't mind their scenes in Bayview.
I think it was cute, and I enjoyed the little flashes, like the dream sequences.
Of like what happened.
I actually thought it was cute with the hands going through the vent.
But was I the only one like, okay, girl, the way that they filmed it, it was like there was a little bit of space in between. And so they couldn't quite, but I'm looking at the vent like, girl, you should be able to and your fingers would be there.
Well, no, there's a wall, so there's a space between.
But I don't know. Listen, I'm not Bob the Builder. However,
clearly,
I just felt like it's just a vent. So once you put your fingers through, like she should be like, oh hey fingers, you know.
We've survived Stefano. We've survived Orpheus. We've survived all these. Yeah. We can survive Hattie.
Yeah.
Like I love that they said that. Like that made me giggle.
Just trying to like keep her calm and everything.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Totally.
Willa, there are no guests this week. It's just
Unfortunately,
us.
Yeah.
It's just us.
So then there was the scene with Tripp and Steve where Tripp kind of talks about leaving town and Steve convinces him to stay and that, you know, everything happened and not to feel guilty. And then Tripp decides he's going to donate all the money that Ava's family, that he inherited, to the University Hospital.
I love that everyone gives to University Hospital.
I know. You would think it'd look a little nicer. Just kidding, Days. Just kidding.
Everyone always donates, but good for him though. And I love that it was brought up that because Claire and Theo need a roommate for Tripp to.
Oh yeah, and Alex North got mentioned. John and Marlena. He mentioned Alex North because they were trying to think of who Hattie could be in cahoots with, and Alex North's name came up.
I don't know who Alex North is.
That was when they brought Wayne Northrup back as a new character.
Okay.
It was Alex North.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry. Thank you. Who wrote that? Tony Ann DeFrancisco. Thank you for writing that because I did write that in my notes and I forgot. And then Claire and Theo had a little confab and need a new roommate, even though neither of them are paying for the apartment. Right. Which I think is so funny that it was like very clear at the beginning that none of them were paying for this apartment.
Very clear.
But now they're like, we need roommates. We got to save money.
I love that Claire did have that moment of like, as she was talking about, was she talking about Tripp?
Yeah.
And she questioned Theo like, you're jealous.
Yeah. And I liked her phone call to Marlena saying, you know, you were right. You know, maybe I did handle this wrong. Maybe I can get him back by, you know, letting things just kind of unfold. You know, I did enjoy that. Yeah. I did enjoy that.
Yeah.
Then Andre, I think I wrote your list different than mine.
I think so. But I'm just following along with
Andre
you.
and Hattie.
Okay.
Is that? So Andre needs to get a clean bill of health to get back to become CEO of Demira Enterprises again. So he goes to Marlena, which I thought was great scenes.
I thought Hattie was about to cut Andre. Almost like she was cutting that lunch in Horton Town Square.
Oh my God, when she was cutting the steak. Oh my God, it was everything. She was like, And who walked up first? Somebody came up first. Oh, Paul, because they had the conversation with Paul.
Yes.
That was funny too. That was really funny.
Because Paul was kind of looking at her like, who are you?
That was so she talked to Paul first. He comes up to question her about John because he can't find her. Yeah. Then he leaves, and then Andre appears. Yes. And he tells her he needs her to write her clean bill of health. So she says, you need to come to my office. Da, da, da. She questions him. She's like, so tell me about your relationship with your mother.
First of all, I love that when they cut to Hattie in the office, she had her feet kicked up, the heels on the desk. Yeah. I'm like, not Marlena at all. At all.
I love how she put the glasses on, then she was like, oh, and she took them off because they weren't her prescription. I thought that was a cute little touch as well.
Yeah.
So I don't know what's going on with that. I don't know
But she is still clearly angry about Alfie. But it made Andre kind of go, why are you so...
Yeah. But I did like the explanation because it made sense.
It did make
Hope
sense.
Knew because of being in jail with her, and Hope told her. And...
It's so funny, though, because I felt like at that moment he was going to lean in and go, Hattie.
Yeah. And I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if he figures it out.
Of course.
Because he probably knows her better than everybody else.
Yeah. Yeah.
So...
The noser.
And then the only other thing that I had written down was the scene with Bonnie and Maggie, because I thought it was...
when she said that bitch is gonna
pay
took what's mine or something, and then Maggie was like, "Who are you talking about?" Yeah, those are cute scenes.
Wait,
what?
Daquan says missed opportunity. I'm trying to figure out what he's. I wish Hattie brought up the grave scene with Paulson, or the fact that Sonny would probably be with Will if Will wasn't dead. Where was that? Where would that have been? I'm trying to figure out where he's trying to...
Explain that, Daquan.
Yeah, Daquan, you have to explain that.
Or call in and explain it.
Yeah, Daquan, you've never called in.
Ever.
Daquan.
But
that was pretty much the week. It was only 4 days because we didn't have a show on Monday.
We did have a show on Monday. We just didn't go back and watch it.
No. Monday didn't. There wasn't an episode on Monday.
Oh, there wasn't?
No. It was only Tuesday through Friday.
Oh.
Yeah. It was preempted, I do believe.
Got it.
So yeah.
Yeah, that was the week.
Yeah, it was a week.
Which was a very good week. Very entertaining week.
It was a great week.
I loved it.
I really did.
I'm looking forward to more.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me 3. Me 4. All my personalities. All right, so let's get into our segments.
Whoop, whoop.
And it is now time for Tony's official 3 Snaps Award.
Oh, snap! Yes, girl, yes! You get the 3 snaps for that. Okay, so I feel like there were so many snap-worthy moments.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to...
I think when... Was it this week or I think it was last week? Yeah, it was last week when... When you talked about it, when Lucas was leaving and he ran to the wall.
Oh my God.
I was like,
Me too. Me too. I was like, that would have for sure gotten my 3 snaps.
I do have what my quote of the week for last week would have been.
That would have gotten my 3 snaps.
Okay.
And then I thought, oh my God, I think we would have been the same because I was like, I bet that would have been his quote.
Who?
Yours.
Well, he didn't say anything. He ran to the
did.
wall. Oh, what did he say?
When he ran into the wall and he was like, who do you think I am? You? And then just kind of walked out?
I loved what he did, but I didn't even pay attention to what he was saying. But no, I had somebody else for it, but I'll say it later.
Okay. So, oh my God, there were so many snap-worthy moments. I snapped for Brady when he was like, you're going to give her Holly back because I have, and I was like, yes, that's a man. Yeah. Oh my goodness, made my things happen.
Oh, so now you have a thing for Eric.
Oh God. Oh God.
Let's keep a tab.
Oh God.
Let's keep Kyler.
But I decided to give
Ramon, Freddie, Christopher. Sorry, hold on, I gotta shake out my hand. Christopher and Eric. All right, go ahead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I decided to give my 3 Snaps award to Chloe. Because when she came in the room and Lucas was explaining everything that happened and he was like, you don't have to whisper. And she was like, why, is she deaf? And I was like, yes, Chloe, yes. So Nadia B. Orland, Chloe Lane, you get Tony's official 3 Snaps award. Oh, snap. All right.
And now it is time for
Mark's Quote of the Week.
So my quote of the week last week was going to be, hold on, I have it right here because it happened on Friday. When Angelica died. And Bonnie was said to Hattie, you know, is she dead? Da, da, da. She's like, I don't know, I think she's dead. She's like, I'm not a doctor. I just play one in Salem. I was like, that's got to get quote of the week because it was like so perfect. So that was my quote of the week for last week. But this week, my quote of the week is actually, I chose it for a different reason, and I'm glad that I chose it because of the conversations we've had today about this week. So this week's quote of the week is actually not a funny per se, but the last line of the week from Reigns when he said, I really wish you hadn't heard that. Because it totally took me back to soap opera world.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like,
yes.
I was just like, yes! And it's a Friday, and it's the closing line. And I want to see more next week.
Yep.
So I was like, quote of the week. Quote of the week. Nothing like giving me a heart attack and not being able to find a quote of the week and waiting till the last line of the week.
Oh.
Because you know me, I was stressed and I was like, oh shoot, I got to save these episodes. I might have to go back and dig up for something.
Oh, was it this week or last week that Sonny and Paul told Gabby that they were getting married? It was this week, wasn't it?
Yeah. I think so.
That would have been another snap for me because Gabby's response was like, "Oh great, now everyone's getting married."
Yeah,
I was like,
exactly.
I was like, "Girl, I get it, I understand.
Yeah.
Everyone's in relationships, having babies, and getting married, and I'm just over here like, I love cake."
Exactly.
So
all right,
okay.
so that was just
Mark's quote of the week.
thank you, now it's time for fan of the week.
Fan of the week.
And Steven, yes, we're gonna make a thing. Me and Steven are gonna make something for fan of the week. I don't know what it's gonna be
nice.
yet, but we're gonna make
I
one.
love it.
We're gonna make one. Fan of the week this week, I had to, and I know he's gotten it before, and I know he got fan of the year once, but I have to give it to Daquan again. Remember we gave it to Daquan the first year we did the show?
Yes,
we did a fan of the year. So Daquan's getting it again because he literally made me pee myself. Not literally.
What did good old Daquan say?
He was tweeting. I'm trying to remember now what exactly it was verbatim, Daquan, that you tweeted me. And I do believe I responded LMFAO. And I think I literally was LAMFAOing. But here, let me see if I can find it in my Twitter. I should have pulled it up.
And while he's looking for that, we're going to open our chat lines up very soon. So get ready for that because we're going to talk to the people.
Oh, here, hold on. He wrote, is Mark J. Freeman holding you hostage, Ron Carlivati? I always forget how to say his name. You are bringing back all of his favorites, Jack, Vivian, Billy. And I literally started cracking up. And then today in the chat room, you sealed the deal when you said, he said he hasn't liked Days in such a long time, and then he wrote, but I still don't like rope.
Yay, Daquan!
You sealed the deal with your comment in the chat room, but Daquan, you will be fan of the week again because we love you, Daquan.
Yes.
Contrary to what I tell you all the time.
Oh, boy.
So phone number 424-253-0749. We do have some time for some phone calls.
Yeah. Do we want to do...
we want to do some news and gossip while we're waiting? Okay.
Yeah, let's do news and
Let's do some news and gossip.
AfterBuzz TV News.
Big news!
Big news!
Big news!
Another Billy on the show!
Woo, woo.
Lisa Rinna, back today!
Yay!
It was so funny because I think it was our Melvin fan. I think you tagged me in it. The image of the announcement that Lisa Rinna was coming back as Billy. Yeah, and I do think you're right, Ron, Daquan. I think Ron is listening to the show, and I think I'm his favorite, and he's just doing everything that I ask him to do.
Oh my God.
So, Lisa Rinna, back.
Yay.
I did tweet out that I would like him now to resurrect Bo, since... You know what? Rope people, you can have your rope. Bring Bo back and put him with my girl Billy.
There you go.
Plain and freaking simple. See, I almost did it. Did explicit.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Tell everybody about Boston.
Well, Boston was amazing. Matthew Evan Payne came to the cocktail party, so shout out to Matthew. But it was so fun to hang out with Judy Evans and Vincent Irizarry and Rob Wilson and Eric Martzoff and James Reynolds. We all had a great time.
The photo
it was
up, I do believe.
Yes, that was a lovely group photo of us. And it was great to meet a lot of the fans of DISHIN Days. I feel like I'm always so surprised when people are like, oh my God, I watch DISHIN Days all the time. I'm like, really? So shout out to everyone that I met in Boston. Shout out to Dual Coast Events for putting on another wonderful event. And it was just a great time. Oh my God, we danced the night away at that cocktail party. DJ Mr. Sensei did such an amazing job. Like, we were in the hotel, like in the atrium, and like everyone was dancing. James Reynolds was dancing.
Tearing it up.
Like, literally, I was like doing my little two-step, and I looked over, and James Reynolds was breaking it down.
Did he get out a piece of cardboard?
Like, literally, like,
Some of you are
just breaking it down.
what I'm talking about.
And Judy Evans had hit the dance floor. Eric Martzoff and we always end up dancing near each other and suddenly being in sync with each other. I don't know how that always happens. And even Vincent Irizarry did a twirl every now and then. Yeah,
I saw some video of him and Judy Evans.
Yeah. Oh, well, so that video, I posted it on our Instagram, and that was during their time on Guiding Light. Apparently, there was this, soap sequence where, like, they're riding a white horse and Almost Paradise was playing. And so a fan requested that song, and they kind of tried to mimic it and dance to it and have fun. Got it. And that was fun. And yeah, so, and the Mix and Mingle was great. Fans got to play games with the stars and talk and get pictures and autographs and stuff. So it was a lot of fun. I really want you to come to one of the events.
One of them I will be at. I'll try my darndest.
But in some other news and gossip,
yes,
Eric Winter, who used to play Rex, you guys remember the twins, Rex and Mimi, was it?
Rex and
no,
Rex and
Cassie.
Rex and Cassie.
So Eric Winter, who used to play Cassie, he and his wife.
No, he used to play.
You used to play Rex. What did I say? You used to play Cassie. Where's James Lott Jr. when you need him? So Eric Winter, who used to play Rex, he and his wife Rosalind Sanchez are releasing a children's book called Sebi and the Land of Cha-Cha, and they're actually going to be at the Grove on September 10th to sign their book. So if you're in the Los Angeles area, you can go to Barnes & Noble's at the Grove and meet Eric and his wife and hear about their book, Sebi and the Land of Cha-Cha.
Sounds good.
There's that.
Sounds good.
All right, that's all the news and gossip we got.
All right.
That'll be perfect.
Let's take it.
I don't think we have one yet.
Oh, we had one for us like a hot second.
I think
there it is.
Oh, there it is.
All right,
okay.
Let's do it. All right, you're on DISHIN Days with Mark and Tony. What is your name and where are you calling from?
Hey, Mark. Hey, Tony. It's Tony Ann.
Oh,
Tony
hi.
Ann.
How are you?
Good.
Good.
Oh,
I can't believe I got through. I've been trying for the last 10 minutes. I'm so happy.
Yay! I love it when new people are able to call in because
me too.
a lot of people have been like, I call in all the time, I can't get in. Okay.
Actually, this is my second time calling in
Yay!
and getting through, but it's been a while.
Just a fan with open arms.
Just a fan. Just a fan.
What's your question or comment about this week of Days?
I just have a comment in general that I'm loving the show.
Yes.
And I'm loving your show, and I'm loving Days. And, Mark, I was right there with you about Commissioner Raines being Dario's mystery partner.
Yep.
I called it basically from the minute Eli told Lonnie that nobody in the Salem PD could know what they were doing.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
And plus, if you look back at the breadcrumbs, even from when Dina was writing, and this is the smartness that is Ron's writing, when Abby fact-checked Dario's story about the Mexican drug lords beating the crap out of him, if you were to go back there, she called Raines.
Right.
And if Raines was his mystery partner, Raines would just lie.
Right. That's exactly true.
Look at you picking up on that.
This is Tony Ann's Corner.
Right. Because I feel like I'm different. Y'all know me. I just sit there and I just collect the information as it comes about.
Right. And he's usually waiting for Kyler to take his shirt off.
You give the guy one compliment, and you will just never let that go. Ever. 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 All right, well, thanks, Tony Ann, for calling in, and good eye on that Reigns thing.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. And Tony, I love seeing you on Dance Moms, by the way.
Oh, thank you. Oh, my God. Did you see this last episode when I was like, the quicker we can get through this, the quicker we can go get tacos?
I about died laughing.
Oh, my God. I was like, the things that I say when I'm hungry.
The things you say when you're not hungry.
Oh, God. Sometimes I can be worse. Oh, but thank you, Tony Ann. I love being on there. It's fun.
It was fun calling in. Thank you, guys.
You're so
Thank you.
welcome. Glad you got through.
Thank you.
Enjoy
Bye.
your weekend.
Bye.
All right, we have another caller. All right, you're on with Mark and Tony on Dishin Days. What is your name and where are you calling from?
It's Mike Riley. Hey,
Oh,
Oh,
Gemini.
my day has just gotten better because it is Mike Riley versus Mark J. Freeman.
Woo!
Hi, Mike
We
Riley.
don't really do a versus anymore. I think it's, I think we've
moved
kind of
on.
met in the middle.
No.
We've met in the
Yeah, we've
middle.
moved on.
Because you know why we met in the middle? Mike Riley just agreed that I'm right and he's wrong.
And this is where it starts.
I'm sorry. I don't understand that foreign language you're speaking. Can you translate to the language called reality?
Oh, funny
See,
boy.
This is why I like
So,
when Mike Riley calls.
I have a comment for the Days fans.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm seeing on the boards a lot of Billy Flynn and Marcy Miller don't have chemistry, and they don't like
I
the
just
new
ignore
Abby.
it. I just ignore it.
And I am not thrilled with that because they are fantastic together.
Yep.
They are fantastic individually,
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
and people need to chill the F out.
Yep.
And this is not like an anti-Camilla, anti-Gabby, because I
Right.
think Camilla's an amazing actress. She's stunningly beautiful, and she has great chemistry with Billy also, because he has chemistry with everyone.
Duh.
But to say that Marcy and Billy don't have chemistry, they are so believable. Even though they've been apart
Yep.
the entire time she's been here, they are so believable
Yeah.
as a married couple, and we haven't even seen anything yet.
Yeah.
So that's my public service announcement on behalf of the Miller Flynn.
I
pairing.
appreciate that.
cannot
I
wait.
do appreciate that.
And I have to agree. I said earlier in the show that like I loved Marcy and Billy's scenes this week because you can see like their connection and their love for each other and like their silliness. It's like you see that they have chemistry with each other, and I like it. I'm on board.
Yeah.
And especially since every scene that they really have had together up until now has been, oh, woe is me, or, they're trying
Right.
to overcome some problem. But in those rare moments when she just is like, she being Abby, is just like kind of, she has her guard down and she's just laughing.
Mm-hmm.
They seem like they've been in love for decades. Like, if Ron is going to concentrate on them being the main, like, new super couple for that generation, I am all for it.
Yeah. Yeah. I
So
am.
that's it.
too.
That's all I really have this week for you guys. And also, I said this to Tony on Facebook, but I would love for you to do another, if you guys could have, because you did a spotlight on him, but if you could have Chandler back to do a recap show.
Oh,
and
yeah.
just kind of pick his brain to see how the whole process of getting him back as Will
Oh, absolutely.
happened.
Yeah.
I would love the behind the scenes on that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we would too.
We'll work on that.
Listen, we are
Thanks.
all open to everyone being on this show.
I say you will never hear us saying,
No.
don't want him on. Well, I might.
I love that we both said well at the same time.
Maybe one person I might be like, I got a cough. I can't be there. But
Who's
I'm
there?
sorry,
I won't say who.
is that Daniel Jonas knocking on the door?
Oh.
That
Hello.
would be two people then.
I forgot about that one.
All right, I'm getting dressed and hitting the bars tonight. So
Oh, look at
Atta
you.
girl.
Well,
Atta
have
girl.
fun, Mike Riley.
Have fun. Tear it up. Have
Well,
one for me.
Tony, maybe I'll see you. Maybe I'll see you next week in New York. 'Cause
Yes,
I'm
when
thinking of going, but I'm not sure. It depends on work.
Yeah, well, let me know. I will be in the NYC Wednesday through Sunday.
Okay, I'll message you.
Okay.
All right. Thank you,
Thanks.
Mike
Bye,
Riley.
guys.
Bye,
Very
Mike
nice.
Riley.
And let's see. Do we have another caller?
Do we?
Maybe not.
Oh, yeah. So I will be in the New York area with RuPaul's DragCon this week. So
Oh, we got another one. Yep, let's do it. Let's do it. Sorry, Tony. Tony, be quiet. We have another caller. You're on with Mark and Tony on Dishin Days. What is your name and where are you calling from? Oh,
Oh, hello?
Hello?
Oh, no.
We lost her?
Well,
That's
back to what I
okay.
was saying. If anyone is attending RuPaul's Drag
Oh,
Con,
she's calling back.
if anyone's attending RuPaul's Drag Con next weekend, come find me at the
Sorry,
runway
hold
stage.
up,
Hey.
hold up.
There they
Brittany?
are. Who is
You're on?
this?
Hello?
Hey.
Hello, you're on with Mark and Tony on Dishin Days. What is your name and where are you calling from?
Brittany Duran.
Brittany.
Oh, hi, Brittany.
I've called in before.
Yes. How are you, Brittany?
Good.
Good. What did you think about this week of days?
It was good. My thing, is the double wedding. I'm looking forward to that. And
Yeah.
I thought that the thing with Hattie and Bonnie is just funny.
Yeah, it
Oh my God, it's
is. It really
hilarious.
is.
It is hilarious.
They make it work to
Uh-huh.
it to be believable.
Yeah.
I was even thinking this week, after one of Deidre Hall's scenes, I was like, because you know that they're obviously, they can't really stay around too long because
Yeah.
they're going to get caught and probably put back in jail and blah, blah, blah. But I just kept thinking, oh my gosh, if they're gone, what are we going to do? Like,
I know.
I need that laugh.
I really kind of hope they figure out a way to like keep them around Salem and
Yeah.
just kind of bring them back every now and then.
Or bring in some other comedy characters like
Yeah.
that. Maybe a Calliope would be fun.
Yes.
Would love that, Ron, since you're listening to me. I would love to see Calliope
can
come
he
back.
listen that I should be Maxine's
He
son?
doesn't like you. He likes me.
Oh, well.
Anything
There's
else, for Brittany, about this week that you want to discuss with us?
Yeah, the Lucas, him getting the spotlight from his things, I really enjoyed that.
Yeah. I'm just so glad to see Brian Ditello with a
too.
good storyline with,
Yes.
and he's just, and it's, again, when we said this when Will died, and he like stepped up and was just like acting his booty off. And I was just like, how do you sit in a room as producers and directors and not go, why aren't we giving this guy more stuff?
Yeah.
So I thank you, Ron, for seeing that and giving him the opportunity to do what he does, because I think he's great.
Yeah. Great job.
Yeah, and one last thing
Uh-huh.
about Camilla, Gabby, her sister. I just feel bad for her, that like how she is like, well, after Chad broke up with Chad. But I also feel like they're just gonna put her with Eli.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah.
I feel bad for her too, because like
of
everyone
the
has love in
scene,
her.
I
Yeah.
think on Friday,
Yep.
where he her go into the PBD.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was to say we didn't actually we didn't actually mention that when we were doing the recap, but
Yeah.
that did happen. Eli and Gabby had a little conversation, and she kind of apologized for leaving him, and now she's gotten dumped and she feels bad and blah blah, blah and all that. So
Yeah.
that did happen as well this week. Thank you for reminding me, Brittany, for not doing my job.
Well,
I appreciate that.
He often has to be reminded. He's old, Brittany. Don't mind him. Don't mind him at all.
All right, Brittany, enjoy your holiday weekend.
Yes. Thank you, Brittany.
And I don't know if
Okay.
it's as hot
You're
there as it
welcome.
is here, but
Okay.
stay cool.
Yes.
Have a good
Okay.
night.
Bye.
You too. Bye.
Bye-bye. Oh, looks like we have another one, Tony.
Okay.
Do you want to start talking so I can cut you off? Hey, you're on Dishin Days with Mark and Tony. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Hey, Mark. Hey. It's Willa.
Hi,
Oh, well, hello, Willa.
How's my buddies?
Good.
We're good.
How are you?
Oh, I'd have a trying week.
Tell us about it, Willa.
Sounds like Mark.
Want to know? I'm just having some blood work done. Something like polycythemia, something like a blood disease. I
Oh,
hope it's
goodness.
so. Just give me some good positive vibes. prayers, okay?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I called in to let you know that I was kind of like not able to watch days, so I just trying to get bits and pieces in.
Oh, right. Well, hopefully we got you a little caught up with
Yeah.
our recap.
Because that's basically what happened.
Yeah, I've been watching. I just wanted to let you know that I've been thinking about you guys. And
Oh, thank you. And
Thanks,
we wish
Willa.
you very
And,
well.
I talk about you all the time. Anytime I mention like a longtime fan, I always say our girl Willa has been watching Days since day one, and she's been
oh my gosh,
in our
yeah.
chat
I'm
room
11
forever.
years old. I can remember the day.
Yeah, that's
so-
crazy.
I mean,
I love that.
With that original Dewey, she's not there, of course. Charlotte Doherty or whatever her name was. 11 years old. I can remember that day. I just don't know how I can, but I can.
There's just certain
great.
things in life you remember.
That's right.
I still remember my first episode.
Lady there, I'll tell you.
Well, let me ask you a
I just ask you
question.
positive vibes, and I didn't get to watch Days this week because of my appointments and stuff,
Right.
but I am still thinking about you guys.
Oh,
Well,
thank you.
And I've been doing some Instagram, and
Oh, good.
when I was in the doctor's office, I was doing that. And,
You're not supposed to have your phone in
Anyway.
the doctor's office.
just good vibes out there, y'all. And,
Absolutely.
Of course.
Absolutely.
oh, God bless, and I'll talk to y'all later.
Sounds good.
All right.
Sounds good.
Thanks, Willa.
Thanks, Willa.
Oh, you're welcome, honey. Love you
ya.
guys.
Love you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Before we go, two
Oh,
things.
we got another. No.
Before we go, two things. One,
Just play along with me, Steven.
so silly. One, in Boston, you guys are so mean. In Boston, I found out that that one of the fans, I don't know if you remember this, but I had went to an event and I came back with Starbucks gift cards.
Yes.
And she had given us to her.
Yes.
Her name was Mary. I just found out in Boston that she had passed away.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so I want to give a shout out to her and dedicate this portion to her. She was a wonderful woman and a wonderful fan. She was very thoughtful.
And I don't think Daquan would mind sharing co-fan of the week with her
Yes.
this week.
So one of her
Mary.
friends, Liz, who attends the events as well, had told me about it and showed me pictures of the last event that she was at. And she was just a really nice woman and wonderful woman. And I remember that was one of the first times that she was like, I brought you guys Starbucks gift cards. And I was like, you didn't have to do that. And I was so
Yeah.
anxious to come back and bring
And
them
I
back
think
to
I
you
said,
guys.
yeah, you had to do that.
So shout out to her. And then also one last thing, I'm going to put a poll on our Twitter.
And I did one.
You did?
I did one, actually. Go ahead. Tell them what yours is, and then I'll tell them what mine is.
Ours,
Because I think mine is still going.
mine is, if we had another DISHIN Days meet and greet at our AfterBuzz studios
Studio.
after Day of Days, would you attend? Yes or no? So let us know because we might.
We may be doing it.
Might be doing it again.
Maybe.
Maybe.
But I did do a poll asking who you were most excited to see
Yes.
return.
Yes.
So I think it was Will, Sammy, Vivian, and then I did Belle and Sean as one.
Yeah.
Because I didn't have enough spaces and So
Wait, where?
I thought I pinned it to the top.
Let me see. Before we.
I'm almost positive because I know that I made it go longer than Sunday because I was like, I always say it, and then it's cut off today and you can't vote. So I left it going longer so that you could still vote.
So there's 12 hours left, and in the lead with 34% is Will, followed by Sammy and Vivian are very close, only 4% difference with them, and then Belle and Sean.
Okay.
Yeah, so you have 12 hours left to vote, and we've had over 300 people vote.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Keep
there's
voting.
that.
Keep voting.
Keep
Got
voting.
12 hours.
Yep.
And retweet it so other people see it and they will vote too.
Well, mine, you only have 23 hours left, so
But you got
in
this.
and out.
You got this, Squirrels.
You got this, Crawl.
All right. Let's wrap it up.
That's
Tie a bow around it. Get out.
well. That's been it.
Get out.
You get out.
You get out.
Get out of here. Oh my God! Look at this, and we're done.
And we're done. Perfect timing. All right, you guys, thank you so much for joining us. As always.
Yes.
We love being here.
We do. We love talking
me more
about
than
days.
Tony. Tony, tell everybody where they can find you on the social medias.
Well, I'm glad you asked. Find me on all social media platforms at Lounging with Tony or my website, loungingwithtony.com. And hey, don't forget to like us and follow us on our DISHIN Days social media platforms. That's DISHIN Days on Instagram and Facebook and _ DISHIN Days on Twitter.
I don't think they saw that because I'm sure the camera was on you. And you can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Lorraine Love, LORAYNE LOVE.
You know they always have that like down at the bottom, like you don't
I
have
know.
to spell it.
But I like to spell it because it's not like the typical spelling of Lorraine. So if someone's just listening, some people listen, they don't watch.
Oh, well, that's true.
So now they know how to spell it and they know how to find me on the social medias. All right, you guys, thank you so much. We got to get out of here because YNR Restless Wrap-Up is coming up next.
Restless Wrap Up is coming up next, so make sure you guys stay tuned and watch that. Until next week.
Love you guys.
Bye.
Mwah.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
From executive producers Maria
The views
Menounos,
expressed herein are those of the
Kevin
hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.